Hello, sweet souls. Welcome to Guy Fairy Tarot. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. This message is going to be general and collective, so please only take what resonates. So there's somebody that has recently been in your energy that was poking the bear, or maybe they're still in your energy trying to like poke the bear. And they're having to like put away their pride and ego because nothing that they do is going to work. You're not ever going to get out of character. You're not ever going to get out of the innocent and childlike energy that you're in currently. So yeah, they just want to keep poking the bear, poke the bear. They're obsessed because you're alone in the world. You're by yourself. You're isolated. You have no problem being all alone. You love being alone. Maybe you like to walk around the house naked. Yeah, but whatever. You're alone in the world, and somebody here is obsessed with watching you. They're obsessed with stalking you because you're the queen of your own world, and they don't like that. You've healed your childhood wounds. You know how important it is to invest today for tomorrow, and these liars have an understanding that they need to forget about it. They need to like give up whatever they're trying to do to you out of revenge. So they want revenge on the queen. Why? Why do they want revenge on the queen, Spirit? Because of your intelligence, the things that you know, all of the intel that you have. You can't have all this intel. What else? And your life's work, whatever you're passionate about right now, the intel that you're very passionate about. Okay. And the fact that you understand how to bring your power back to you. You understand your power, you know your worth, and they wanted you to forget about who you are. They didn't want you to remember yourself. Okay, intel and the passion. Tell me about this. About the church? In a nightclub? Intel about a church and a nightclub, and somebody being at the crossroads right now with their underground behavior that they like to do, being party animals at this secluded retreat. Somebody is at a crossroads because of the secluded retreat. Could be an island. That's very secluded, right? It would be, you would know whenever somebody is approaching an island. And a shopping mall. A secluded retreat being a shopping mall. As well as a nightclub. A party haven, neon lights, a dance floor at a secluded retreat. Is a shopping mall. And a rendezvous point. Okay. What is this? The birthplace of dreams and the subway, underground. So it's the route, the train, a birthplace of dreams. The pursuit of goals on the subway. Somebody taking the subway to another place in pursuit of a goal. They really believed in the possibilities of this underground railway. What is that? But they need to learn a lesson, classroom learning. Somebody has the knowledge, somebody has the intel about what goes on in the underground subway, underground tunnels, birthplace of dreams. Ooh, and it's the damp and swampy realm. Ooh, somebody has the intel, somebody has the knowledge about the process or the underground tunnels that lead to the damp and rainy realm. One more. From the beach. There's an underground tunnel that leads to this secluded rendezvous point from the beach. And it is a subway, a branch off the subway. A miracle. They wanted a miracle to self-delete. Trying to make anyone that is a miracle, like gifted people. And it's a serial unaliver. So it's a serial unaliver that makes it look like that gifted people self-delete. And they transport them, they offer them a dream, and then take them into a tunnel so that they could learn things. But actually, it's a damp and rainy realm that wants to get them stuck, blockages, or a serial unaliver in the mountains. Taking gifted people into a tunnel and then taking them out rather than using their gifts. So offering someone this is like offering someone a job opportunity, like a super exclusive, special, high whatever job opportunity, and they either work in a tunnel, they go to a school, some sort of underground school, in order to learn, but what they learn is, I don't know, a boat. Receive what they need. This is how they receive what they need. Their wishes, expectations, and desires. Something on a boat. Someone was hoping for something on a boat. A crime of passion. Okay, so someone was expecting there to be a crime of passion either on a boat, or this was supposed to get someone stuck. There was an expectation. That's what they were desiring in the mountains, or in order to cause blockages for someone in the family. So someone's family was expecting to be able to block them. They were expecting a crime of passion to occur, and then someone be put on a boat, and then they were going to be taken to this damp and rainy realm. But you already learned this lesson. And it was all for life insurance. Sun and sand, relaxation and leisure. So doing this, carrying out this, would have allowed this whole damp and rainy realm. This is so confusing to me, but I get it now. It's like they wanted to be able to relax. There's either an actual tunnel that you can traverse under the ocean or under the water. I don't know. There's some sort of underground or submarines connecting from the mainland to whatever this island secluded retreat is that's supposed to be a birthplace of dreams, but also the entire damp and rainy realm of perverts, like all these nasty people, wanted to be able to rest and relax out in the open still. They didn't want to have to go underground where they belong. Someone is learning a lesson here, though. They were expecting life insurance. This would have brought them what they needed. Oh, some celebrities. They were expecting a crime of passion to happen with a celebrity, or a family is experiencing a lot of blockages now, or something actually occurred in the mountains. It was going to be a crime of passion, and they were going to blame it on your emotions, or then they were going to dump you in the water. What? And say that it was because of an affair. Your family said that you were somebody's mistress, that you were a third party. There was supposed to be a crime of passion. They were either going to take you into the mountains or take you into a mountain lake, is what I'm getting. because I know here we have a lot of lakes on the mountain, so I assume that it would be anywhere near mountains, right? There's like little lakes on the side of the mountain. That's what they were expecting to be able to do. The celebrities were hoping for this. This is how they were expecting to get what they needed as far as the life insurance claims. Yeah, this is the hidden truth about the celebrities' expectations, what they were hoping for with this uninvited guest that was supposed to get you into your emotions. They were wanting there to be a crime of passion, but justice is coming instead. They're blocked from saying that you're a third party, trying to get you drunk for greed, saying that you drink, or trying to get you to drink something, and it was all because of their greed. Okay? Ooh. Because they wanted to continue harvesting your energy. You're their power supply. But they're not, they can't steal your soul. Yeah. They don't have the wisdom. They can't make you pass away. They can't get you in your sexual energy, and you have no joy with these people. There's no joy there. No. They can't have your soul. That is their power supply, siphoning off of your soul little by little. No. You're not drinking. They wanted you to drink their poison, but you're not. Okay, what else? At a party. Something at a party. There's not gonna be an encounter. Meet by chance, love at first sight, crush. You're not crushing on somebody that likes to party. There was no crush here. This was not a chance encounter. It was intentional. Whoever you met at a party, you met them on purpose. Okay. You thought it was an accidental meeting, but it was actually, they wanted to date you, or it was intentional. They met you at this party so that they could say that you were dating. Oh, to an investigator in order to keep you in bondage. Right. Dating, investigation, anxiety, bondage, depression, troubled. Yeah, so that they could support this narrative that you're troubled, that you're tormented, that you suffer from depression. You met at a party, you guys maybe went on a date, but it's also that they could search for more dirt. This is a new person. This is someone different. Travel. You may have traveled with them, or it may be somewhere different from where you're at. This person traveled towards you. Run away, get away. So you're running away from whoever this was. You had to get away. You kept away from this person. You were never dating them because they wanted... They were going to be a red rubber. Travel, run away. Soul, sing praises, performance. Yeah, this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to dismember you to take your soul. But now you're speaking about what you went through. You ran away. You were able to get away from these people. You traveled, or you will be traveling in the near future. Some sort of performance. And that somebody wants to bury something when it comes to travel. Yes, in order to cover it up. They want to cover up a corrupt or toxic female. Who is this corrupt feminine energy? They're trying to bury or cover up something for a feminine energy so that they can get away with something. What's dismemberment? Or covering up the fact that they've been trying to hide you. What's dismemberment? Legal proceedings. Because of what you're speaking, or because they were trying to torment you in order to harvest from your soul. A male, a masculine energy is going through legal proceedings now for trying to hold a feminine energy down intentionally. They were trying to cover you up, trying to hide who you are, but their voice is too loud. You ran away from this person. You cut this person off because of your intuition. You intuitively know that they had an ulterior motive. They were trying to bury you. That was the whole purpose of them trying to come in and reconcile with you, repairing. They understand now. They don't want to be watched anymore. They can't surveil you. They have no right to be surveilling you in order to get out of debt. You don't have debt. They were saying that you had a lot of debt, but you don't. What you have is like normal, you know, like long-term, whatever kind of debt. You don't have the short-term credit card type of debt, and now they're trying to run away. They've been trying to surveil you. They can't do this anymore. No more pocket watching, saying that you're in debt because you're not in debt. And they're trying to run away because of some sort of DRUGS. And you don't take drugs? They're trying to run away from their own debt. They can't watch you anymore because you're not on DRUGS. And you're not in debt because you're talented. You were born with some sort of talent, features, personality. You're not in debt because of your personality. You have a very responsible personality. You're not toxic. Or there's a corrupt Capricorn trying to run away because they've been watching you and they can't do this anymore in order to say that you are on DRUGS. You're alive and well and healthy. You're not toxic. You're very talented. And you're not meeting up with anybody because you know that they're trying to poison you. You run away from anyone and everyone. There's no reconciling here. You're not letting someone put you in debt. You're not letting someone surveil you and feed information back to your family who's trying to watch you and say that you're having an affair with somebody that's corrupt so that they can tie you in with them. So that they can, like, take you out. Like, what? They want to take you out because of your talent. They want to take your soul because of what you have or what you have coming or what belongs to you that you don't even know about. But you are alive and you're well and it's going to stay that way. And I don't know, they can't even meet about it anymore because they're all being watched. They're secretly being surveilled. They're all trying to come up with what's the next best plan. How can we poison this person? How can we hide them? How can we cut them off from what they love to do? Right? Like, how can we just smash this person down into the ground any further? There's nothing else that they can do because you are at the very bottom. There is nothing further down than the bedrock, right? And that's where you live. You live in the bedrock. You're comfortable there. You don't mind it. You've gotten used to it. Even, you know, the hardness doesn't even bother your back anymore. You love it because you got God right there sitting next with you and you don't need anything else. Like, these people need to get it through their head that you can't put the collective any further. They don't want to let you go, though. You can't ascend. Please, no. You can't. You got to stop. They need to surrender. They refuse to surrender. You refuse to surrender. No, you're not open to these people. They don't want to let you go. They refuse to release you, okay? Good Lord, man. This is insanity. It's seriously insanity. There's going to be no more natural disasters because someone's not an alien or what? They can't bring you a natural disaster. Aliens can't cause you a natural disaster because there was a breakup. You broke up with these weirdos. All these people that want to ruin your life. Like, no weirdo, creepy, controlling, inhuman people in your life anymore because you know that they just want to create disasters in your life and then make it look like a natural disaster. No, it was all on purpose. All of it was intentional, and that's why you've broken up with these people. No, there will be no reconciliation. There will be no amicable meeting. There will be no agreement. There will be no, you need to chew on what you've done. You need to do some deep thinking about why the collective wants nothing to do with you. Okay? It has a lot to do with your actions. Remember, the puzzle has already been solved, all right? Something about a code word. Absolutely not. Chew on what you've done, okay? Trying to take somebody out because they're talented. Trying to, this couple. Whoever this couple was that refuses to let you go need to open up their eyes and recognize that you're free, all right? Something about a pet. This couple needs to do some deep thinking about what they did to a pet or about the animal friends. If all for their ego, you did something to a pet for your ego, and that's another reason why the collective walked away, all right? Done. Game over. Permanent separation. Oh, because you can't fake somebody's death, right? And then mirror their energy. You want to fake somebody's death, make them look like they're a drug addict, make them look like they are a sex worker, right? All because they needed to take care of you. You were their pet. They felt entitled to do this. Now you need to do some deep thinking about why you were doing this. Like, what is wrong with you? You thought that you could treat a human being, a fully functioning, completely capable, financially stable human being like a pet, all because of your ego? Like, you wanted to take somebody out and then mirror your own nasty, dank, disgusting, perverted energy onto somebody else after you took them out? That is some seriously psychotic behavior there. Like, of course the collective's going to throw you away. You got trashy behavior and you wanted to give somebody a gift. Are we talking a poison gift? We're talking an STD type gift or a cursed gift, right? Some sort of gift here into your home. And they've hidden a gift in your home, a cursed gift in your home. Well, that's great. Isn't that wonderful? Somebody hid a cursed gift in your home now. These people, I mean, it's so weird, it's funny, right? It's so strange that it is actually pretty hilarious sometimes. Like, what? It's hard to believe, number one. It's super hard to believe, but then once you believe it, or once you actually consider that it could be true, then it's like, wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, tell me more about this hidden gift. What's the hidden gift that we got in the home? These or these? Okay. Something about love, romance, happy, vibrant, watching things bloom and grow. Oh, so there's some sort of hidden communication device. They're able to hear you very clearly. The police are able to hear you very clearly, clear reception, because there's a hidden communication device, and they love you. Cloaked, covering, hidden and invisible, use caution, self-protection, okay? So be on the lookout. Things are coming to light. You're protected. You're cloaked. The police have you cloaked. What? But they're being friendly, okay? Friend, doing something with something you like. You can trust them, okay? Well, that's good news. But it's a green-eyed monster, actually. Well, man. Self-protection from a green-eyed monster. So the police are listening, but it says step carefully. So play, but step carefully. You're being cloaked. They're saving something for a rainy day when it comes to watching a green-eyed monster watch you. Yeah, because of wealth and success. They want your child because of wealth and success. It's a green-eyed monster. Okay, so tell me more about this. What's the gift that's in the collective's house? What's the gift that's in the collective's house that this couple wanted to put in the collective's home? For progress, forward movement. They wanted promising times ahead. That's why they did it. So somebody placed a communication device or a monitoring surveillance thing in your home so that they could have promising times ahead. So in playing games, the ball's in your court. They wanted to make the most of a situation by inflating it, but you're too peaceful to play these games. They wanted forward movement in a game, but you're too peaceful because you have very sure-footedness, because of your faith, because maybe your faith too, because of your tranquility, okay, and your creative energy. You're taking life slow. You're very sure-footed. These people want to play games, and they wanted to surveil you in order to have promising times ahead for themselves. This little hive of bees. You've been working very hard. This is what stings them. Your life it's like you're self-sustaining, completely fine. You have a growth mindset. You're also a fearless provider. Okay, but why did they want to play games? So that they would have something positive and sweet coming in. They thought it was an excellent opportunity to play games and get forward movement. Placing a hidden camera or a hidden surveillance device. The kite. There is a situation blowing in, something pretty, giving into temptation, treating yourself, something desirable. So they did it for their recreation. Whatever this long distance, long range communication device is, was bringing them in something sweet. They had a sweet reward. Lollipop and pop came out. And they were protected as they did this. It's because of your royalty, your power. They felt protected and sheltered as they did this. These bees were working very hard. They felt sure-footed because they were receiving what they wanted from you. A player, a showboater, they were giving into temptation. Somebody wanted a one-night stand. So a game player wanted a sticky situation to blow into your life so that they could have a one-night stand with you? Huh. They were giving into temptation, though. You're too peaceful. You're very protected because you're a stand-up person. All right, so you have something sweet coming in. And they were a cheater. Okay, so a player that's also an undercover cheater looks like a stand-up dude and a hero and a loyal friend in your face. And that's how they thought they would get a sticky situation to blow in, was by having this mask of a stand-up dude, but being a player and an undercover cheater. They're a runner. They're a player, a runner, a cheater. But they look like a stand-up dude that is peaceful, but this was a sticky situation and you were able to see right through it. Yeah, what goes up must come down. It's the karmic wheel turning in your favor. They were on the top of the wheel, but now you're going on the top of the wheel. They're going to be on the very bottom because they were trying to make you stay at the bottom. Repeating cycles. They wanted you to repeat a cycle so that they could be on their high horse, so they didn't have to give up their pride. They're so very prideful, and they're getting karma now because the covering has been removed. You know who they are. You see what they're doing. This friend that wanted to play games and be fun, all for wealth and success, so that they could meet their basic needs, so that they could get sustenance by doing this back and forth hot and cold situation. They thought that you would have a fresh mindset when it comes to helping them out, but the police are stealthily watching this person because the whole thing is a murky situation, and you've got the wisdom. You're very loyal to throwing this person out on the streets and making them go through the tower that they need to go through because they did everything out of jealousy. All right, they were being intimate with and cheating with other people, and then trying to dig up dirt and watching you, right? Saying that you're depressed and that you're a hoe and that you're childish, right? But it's no, that was they thought they'd be able to hold things together by saying that. But now they see your value. Yeah, now it's very clear that you're very valuable and they want to heal things with you. Like, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Why would you put yourself back into a situation that you have clawed tooth and nail to get yourself out of? Why would you dive back into a situation where you're vulnerable with somebody that's untrustworthy? They've already screwed you over once. Just because they see your value now and they see the money and they see the level up that they can have using your name or using your energy or using whatever you've worked your butt off to get, like, heck no, collective, come on. No, get out of here with that. I'm sorry, but geez. Sorry, I'm not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. It's a lesson that these people need to learn. A King of Cups and their little collaboration that have been trying to hide something. King of Cups and their little groupies that want something to not be seen clearly about them doing too much, trying too hard, about what they were doing for wish fulfillment. A King of Cups is now trying to hide the fact that they're overindulging, or they were manipulating a situation to hide your true personality. And making it look like you were the burden. Yeah, right. Oh, I see. So a King of Cups was trying to hide who you truly are. Yeah, that was part of the job. That's part of the reason they were hired. They were hired to hide who you truly are and flip the narrative like they were the burden, they were the problem, but they were supposed to create an illusion and make it look like you were the problem. Their whole job was to create an illusion. Yeah. What? Why? Because that's what they were paid to do. That's what they were paid to do. They received something. What did they receive? What did the King of Cups receive? Oh, immunity? Moving on to calmer waters, 6-6. They thought they were going to get away. Oh, they wanted to keep whatever they received. They wanted to move on to calmer waters with keeping whatever they received. But this love offer, Knight of Cups, whatever this love offer is being seen in the justice system, justice for a love offer. Somebody receives something, they get to move on to calmer waters, and justice for a love offer, and a very harsh tower. That's the justice, is somebody's going to experience a very, very, very harsh tower. They tried to avoid it, they tried to move on to calmer waters, they tried to receive something that belonged to you and get away with it, and then still try and come back and bring you a love offer. Like, no, what are you talking about? You're a liar and a thief. No. Yeah, and 666. Dang, bro. Yeah, it's public exposure, public humiliation. The collective gets victory and success. Like, no. And a Page of Pentacles. Somebody is being exposed for being a page, not able to handle their own money. They can't financially survive by themselves. They're still very immature and unable to take care of themselves fully. They were very codependent on you. Justice. Yeah, that also the justice, they're going through a harsh tower. They're feeling very burdened also because they are being exposed as the financially irresponsible one. And not only are they being exposed as that, it's like they still have to deal with their financial immaturity. Like, they didn't want to learn the lessons of how to take care of themselves. And so now they are hitting rock bottom and they still don't know how to take care of themselves, and they don't have the skills to figure out how to take care of themselves. They should have been learning, you know, they should have been learning this the entire time instead of expecting you to take care of them. Justice and the Tower reverse. Oh yeah, they're losing sleep, they're stressed out. A Queen of Pentacles here is losing sleep and very stressed out because of this tower. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? They're publicly exposed for something to do with the Page of Pentacles, and they want you to stop talking about it. The fact that they received something is being publicly exposed on the dark web. Something to do with an earth sign child on the dark web. They wanted to move on to calmer waters, and that was part of the strategy to burden you. 2 Knights. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. The love offer was a strategy to burden you with a child. Yeah, so that they could make you sick, broke, out in the cold. So they got you pregnant. They didn't want the cycle. Oh, they thought they could keep a cycle open. They thought they could keep you silent, broke, and tired, and keep a cycle open if they had a child with you, right? Baby trapping you. They thought that they could keep the, yeah, because of family. And then they'd be able to block the messages from the family, from your ancestors. If you had a child with them, the cycle would be permanently open. This was part of the strategy. They thought they would be able to burden you too. You're a single mom, and so you're always going to be broke. This was the plan. Yeah. This is the plan for you to be burdened and unable to take care of yourself. And yeah, a Queen of Pentacles was writing messages about being sick or broke. A Queen of Pentacles in your family, and Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus feminine energy in your family was fabricating and falsifying messages, trying to block your messages, stole your mail. An earth sign feminine energy in your family stole your mail, and they're stressed and worried because they know they're going to lose everything. They're going through a harsh tower because the justice system is looking into them, intentionally burdening you and intentionally trying to get you pregnant. So who's this Queen of Pentacles? They're trying to heal something on the dark web. Oh, the identity thief. Queen of Pentacles, identity thief, is stressed out. because the messages with your family are exposed about them intentionally trying to make you broke and baby trap you. Yeah, trying to marry a star energy, or yeah. So somebody was supposed to marry a star energy, or this was an identity thief that married you to somebody else, or posed as you as they married. I don't know. Somebody falsified a marriage document or something so that they could hold something. Yeah, it was part of the job so they could keep something. So there's a Queen of Pentacles here who pretended to be you. They went in and got married in your name. They falsified a document. Actually, I don't know about that, but it does say they wanted to balance something out, maybe for a religious organization when it comes to an Aquarius. And the job was to hold back from you, to help your family hold something back. Oh, and so death to the High Priestess. Wow. Dang. That is excessive, bro. That is excessive. Yeah, but there's been no betrayal here. They couldn't betray you because you're the High Priestess. You ended things with these people because you knew. You ended things with your family because you knew they were trying to take you out. That's why the betrayal didn't hit from this job. Yeah, and they wanted to manipulate a situation. They were trying to win at all costs. And now they're sad. They know something's changing. They're very sad and depressed because of all the manipulation that they did for this home, this business, whatever this enterprise is. They all work together. You know, they've been working so hard to farm you, and it's not working anymore. The lies and manipulation aren't working anymore, and they're very sad and depressed because the betrayal didn't hit. They're still trying to figure out how to manipulate a situation. That's the truth. Yeah, they're still trying to figure out how do we end the High Priestess? How can we stop your intuition? What can we do to stop you from knowing what you know and what you knowing? Yeah, your intel. How can we make your intel look like lies? How can we lie about the High Priestess and make the High Priestess look like a liar? This King of Swords, that's what they're planning. The King of Swords is trying to plan to make it look like you're a liar. Why? Oh, for the crooked attorney, and because of the contract and the crooked attorney. They want to make it look like you're lying about their attorney as well as the contracted hit that they had on your life. You're a liar. We didn't do that. But you defended yourself. Because you defended yourself, or because of your boundaries that you have up with this Queen of Wands and a King of Pentacles here, and what they were doing in secret with your father figure, with an Emperor, because they're brokenhearted now that you've been able to defend yourself. And now things are being exposed to an investigator about them investing into this illusion in the past. They did so much work to invest into an illusion, but now a King of Cups here has missed an opportunity to poison you. It's not going to work because the cops are on their butt for a leap of faith that they tried to take, bringing you a flaming wand, but you are too strong, and oh, they know that they could never overpower you. So if this King of Cups wanted to come and try and forcibly give you their flaming wand, they would never be able to overpower you. That's how they wanted to sacrifice the Earth Angel. That's how they wanted to do it, using this relationship. But now they're getting karma here because a King of Wands that was trying to hide all this money at a distance is being seen as a dark magician working with a third party or a group of Eastern stars here. They made a decision for money to put someone in jail. These Masons here are very angry because of lovers, because of a relationship with an Empress and the Devil. So whoever this dynamic duo is, the Empress walked away from the Devil. Yeah. So the Empress walked away from the Devil now, and the child, a gifted child here, was supposed to be somebody's wish fulfillment for the Queen of Cups, who is under judgment. So the Queen of Cups is under judgment by a Queen of Swords because their wish fulfillment was to take custody of your child. They wanted your child as a gift, as an offering. They thought they could get a new financial beginning using your child. This would have been their wish fulfillment, whoever this Queen of Cups is. And a Queen of Swords knows that A Queen of Swords knows that a Queen of Cups wanted custody of your child. It was going to be their wish fulfillment because they were going to get a new financial beginning off of your child. And now they're under judgment because a Queen of Swords knows the truth. Is this because a Queen of Cups, did the Queen of Cups go tell the truth to the Queen of Swords? Was it because they told the truth? Or I think, no, I feel like we already figured out the fact that it was too late. The Queen of Cups tried to go in and tell the truth. They were going to take a leap of faith and go tell the truth, but it was too late. Like the Cups already knew everything that was going on. And so them going in was more of a confession than a like trying to get immunity or whatever. They really just went and turned themselves in, I feel like. I don't know. That's the truth. Because of the messages. Okay, so that's the truth. Because the investigators already had the messages. So the Queen of Cups tried to go and turn themselves in, but they already had the messages because of the King of Swords. They had already tapped the phone of the King of Swords and seen the messages. The group text, the group chat. Oh, the group chat that was dealing with the investment. All the messages that had to do with the investment. In secret, the secret messages, they were trying to keep these messages a secret, but somebody got a hold of the email thread or the WhatsApp group chat. All right, tell me more about this, please. Trying to hide the fact that somebody wanted to steal somebody's identity using a lover. Or they didn't want it to be seen clearly that they were trying to use a lover to balance the situation out. Yeah. And then they were going to have you, then they were going to poison you. That's what they were going to do. Yeah, but you walked away from a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius who tried to give you poison in a cup. Somebody wanted to balance the situation out by saying that they were your lover, and then they tried to poison you, but you protected yourself against, you were never in a lover's situation with this King of Swords. Something the evidence is your defense. There is no evidence. Somebody is defending themselves, and there's evidence here about a King of Wands. A King of Wands has the evidence, and they're defending you. Who's the King of Wands? It's holding on to a leap of faith. Okay, so a King of Wands is trying to hold on to a leap of faith. They're holding back from taking a leap of faith. A King of Wands has the evidence of them trying to poison you, but they're holding back from making a leap of faith just yet. They want to defend you. You're being protected. They have the evidence that somebody was attacking you or trying to poison you and steal your identity and flip around the narrative and balance the situation out using a lover. Because they're going to take fast, fiery, passionate action soon. Or because they're angry. Somebody wants to defend you because they have the evidence of people being paid to come at you forcefully, to attack you. You defended yourself. There's evidence of this. There's also evidence of people being paid, a group of Masons paying each other to come at you very forcefully. But a King of Wands is trying to stab an Empress in the back, or an Empress, a baby mom, or your mother figure is stabbing you in the back. So a group of people collaborated together with a mother figure in order to stab you in the back. They were paying people to attack you intentionally. Yeah, but you defended yourself so well. Like, you guarded yourself against the devil. Because this Queen of Cups. You defended yourself not only from the devil, or I feel like this person is possessed. You've had to defend yourself from whoever this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy is. You defended yourself. This person is possessed. They're very toxic. They have a lot of addictions. The Empress wanted to stab you in the back. Who's the Queen of Cups? Okay. Yeah, well, it's karma time. For this Queen of Cups, it's karma because they've been such a toxic energy. It's time for them to serve their karma, like divine timing. Somebody's trying to defend themselves. A Queen of Cups is trying to defend their addictions, their addictive patterns, their behaviors, and the money that they paid for a death plot. How do you defend yourself? You can't defend yourself when it comes to that. All you can do is serve your karma. Like, how are you expecting to... It's literally trying to justify their actions, trying to make excuses for their behavior. Like, yeah, no, why? Why they took all these actions. This is so they can get a new beginning. They're trying to figure out how to get a new beginning with this money. How else can they take action to get this money? Who is this crazed Queen of Cups? Somebody that's brokenhearted about the messages that they sent. Yeah, trying to paint a picture about who you are for a King of Cups. So them working with the King of Cups, yeah, that's the truth. So this Queen of Cups working with the King of Cups to paint a picture about who you are, also that they could keep taking action towards this money. That's the truth. The truth of them trying to get away still, trying to balance something out. They're trying to get away from the Earth Angel. Why? What are they trying to get away with? Because they're stuck in the past, because of the past. What they did to you in the past. They're very burdened. They wanted you to be burdened using legal proceedings. They're burdened by their legal proceedings now. It's like, because they're being investigated. Like, what you put out is what you get back. That's what you wanted for the collective. And so that is what is coming back to you. When a person has cleansed, you know, like when you do everything in accordance with the law, even having you investigated and watched and looked and stalked, you know, like even all those things, they can't hit you. What are they going to find? People can lie about you, but that's the truth about having a clear aura. Not only do you feel better about yourself, you feel more authentic, like you can live your true life instead of doing things in the shadows. But like, these people wanted you to be investigated so that they could smear your name. But once the investigators started investigating them, what they found is, like, you're not doing anything wrong. These people are having you wrongfully investigated. And then that is what raises the red flags as to why. This person is innocent. They're unknowing. They're pure-hearted. They're spreading love, right? Like, they're helping people out. Like, why would somebody want a person like that to be investigated? Oh, they're wearing a mask. That's not who they truly are. Okay, well, keep watching, right? Like, somebody who is living in their authentic self and not doing anything wrong genuinely does not mind being watched. You don't need privacy. There's no need for secrets. You can have everything on, all the cards are out on the table. There's nothing to hide on the side of the collective, right? And so that's when all the black magic starts to go back on them. They need to reap what they've sown now. It is not your fault that these people choose to do the things that they do. So yeah, High Priestess doing moon magic, High Priestess doing light work, moon magic. Everybody was trying to attack you. You've united with your higher self. It's like intuition, right? Your ascension has allowed you to tap into your higher self, which is the God in you, okay? And so you get the higher knowledge. You get the wisdom that you need when you need it in order to not only avert disaster, but also to, like, maybe expose some corruption here. You have the key of life. You know the secrets of abundance, how to generate abundance. It's all about the abundant mindset. That's one of the keys. Living like you have everything you want. You're a portal of light. You know how to teach others, you know how to teach others the way. You're a time traveler that's here to help people recall their soul fragments. You retrieved all your soul fragments. You've done very, very deep healing, and that's why you know. That's how you know the truth. That's how you have figured out the truth of what is going on in the shadows. You're a time traveler that has been able to heal yourself. You use some sort of talisman, charging sacred objects of power. So there may be something that you use that helps you to figure something out. They were trying to sacrifice you, but even when they did sacrifice you, you rose from the dead. All right? It's the miraculous healing of Isis. They never expected you to be able to do this. They thought they could sacrifice you over and over and over for lifetimes, but it didn't work. You miraculously healed. You rose from the ashes this time instead of being crushed to a pulp. This was never supposed to happen. You weren't supposed to remember who you are anymore. Okay, yeah, uniting with the angelic self. Okay, so tapping into the divine knowledge, into your higher self, has helped you go through this rebirth and rise from the ashes, because you are who you are, and now you know who you are, and they've always known who you are. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.